some loser. That's all I'll ever be. 'Cause my baby's such a two-timer. You know she... All right. This is so fun. I don't know if you guys have been watching. Oh, God. I went and had coffee with my dear friend Richard Hunter today, like after the first vote, and when I came back, they hadn't even done the third vote yet, and I'm driving back, and they basically call the third vote like and they tap out. You know how good this is? Oh my God. And the like right now, what's happening in the Republican Party is, by the way, this is Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Bless you for joining us. Settle in, because it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh shit. So he didn't have the votes in the beginning. Kevin McCarthy did not have the votes. And that he decided his strategy was, I'm going to wear them down. We're just going to keep voting until they learn that I'm not giving up and my supporters aren't giving up. And we're just going to grow this coalition. I'm going to start chipping away. And then the second, it might take to the second vote. Hell, it might take to the third vote. But I'm going to grow my coalition. You know, watch these people embarrass themselves and then dial themselves back. And then in the end, I'm going to have the votes. And by the time he finished, he'd lost 9 more votes. And Hakeem Jeffries had more votes. Hakeem, the Democrat. Yeah. Democratic leader has more votes than Kevin McCarthy. Oh my God, this is good stuff. And the funny thing is, they're going to go through all this shit, and then they're going to lose the majority in the spring. Okay, so they lost all 3 votes, and then they called it a night. They have adjourned until noon tomorrow. Now, here's the thing. You know what would be really funny? If the Democrats went and found 6 Republicans that are not planning to run next time, and consider themselves to be part of the Kinzinger-Cheney wing, who would pop over and vote for Hakeem Jeffries, giving him 218. It's so fun. It's so fun. And then, so right afterwards, I'm like, all right, what's the response on the Twitter machine? And the first thing that comes up in my trending topics is nominate Trump. Let me tell you something. Donald John Trump, the messiah of the Republican Party, would have fewer votes than Kevin McCarthy. Let me say that again. Donald Trump would end up with fewer votes than Kevin McCarthy. It's so good. There's been a bunch of wailing and gnashing of teeth today. Lauren Boebert, very upset. Hold on, what did she say? We're being sworn at instead of being sworn in.
And so now here we are, being sworn at instead of being sworn in.
She was waiting for applause. Sorry, that was my bad. Back up. I'm sorry, I just wasn't prepared, ma'am. Let's back up here.
Here we are, being sworn at instead of being sworn in. And we could have had this solved
Hilarious.
Months ago. I have been working.
No. No, you could not have. Because you're operating on this labored and psychotic assumption that you are a part of a functioning party, dum-dum.
Every day to unify the Republican Party.
No, not exactly.
For the American people.
No, for what you think is over half the American people, which is actually under a fifth of the American people.
And yesterday, we had a deal that was not a selfish deal in any way.
Yeah. I got a committee position, and I got to jump past a bunch of people with seniority who'd been elected multiple times ahead of me, and that's fair.
For Kevin McCarthy to get him the gavel on the first ballot, and he eagerly dismissed us.
He eagerly dismissed us. By the way, the deal was that any one congressperson, which I suppose would include Democrats. Unfortunately for Dum Dum here, she doesn't recognize that that's a reality. She thinks that one vote to depose the speaker and have another vote would just be allowed in her party, which is stupid. Because if a single person could just stand up and go, I move that we have another vote on speaker, and not everybody's there and they know it, and they have to do it because they made a deal with these dickheads. It's so good. It's so good. It's the laundromats. It's the laundromats. Yeah, just the same shit. Marge is very mad. Large Marge is mad that she is not in charge. And, by the way, shall not be. God, this is so sweet. Are you enjoy? Please tell me you have popcorn. Please tell me all of you have popcorn.
That's what I found out in there. I'm furious. Well, let me tell you something. While the conservatives that the base supports and believes in, let me remind everyone, they're not perfect either.
Yeah, okay. The sun does not shine out of Donald Trump's... Well, it does, actually. That's how I got this tan. It's a spray tan. Oh, God. I just grossed myself out. That's wrong.
Scott Perry, before his general election, refused to vote against the bill that was all about the gay marriage bill. He didn't vote.
That was clear. He refused to vote against the bill that was all about the gay marriage bill. You guys remember that? And you're telling me these people can't get a cohesive statement together on what they want to do? God damn, this is funny.
He refused to vote against it. He voted for it. Then when it came back around after his election, he was able to vote against it. Conservatives would not like that.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Did he vote against gay marriage or for gay marriage? Was he against gay marriage before he was for it, or for gay marriage before he was against it? Does anybody know? What the fuck?
Let me remind
everyone what a serial dumbass I am.
Everyone this. Matt Gaetz, who has compared Kevin McCarthy to Paul Ryan, my friend Matt Gaetz, he supported Paul Ryan almost more than anyone. It's still on his social media.
Fucker. Okay.
As a matter of fact,
excuse me, in his defense, they were in the same boy band in the early 90s.
His first vote in Congress was for Paul Ryan as Speaker.
That motherfucker. And remind me, how many votes did it take for Paul Ryan to become Speaker? I'll wait. Uh-huh.
And then he cheered him on for nearly a year and a half or more when...
Well, then explain your solidarity with him, dum-dum. I don't understand this. So you're now unveiling to the world that Matt Gaetz is a duplicitous fuck that you have been touring with and cozying up to and supporting for years. Because why? You didn't come to this realization early on and go, maybe I take that guy's support with a grain of salt there. You know, I don't know why I turned into Norm Macdonald right there, but it's an easygoing way of speaking.
And people like me were at home furious at Paul Ryan's speakership.
Yeah, but that's because you thought he was part of a baby-eating cabal that, used pizza euphemisms to drink, spine juice smoothies, and were, milking children like the Skeksis under the White House, and Obama was in Gitmo. I mean, you were kind of You believed a lot of stupid shit back then.
Because it wasn't passing the MAGA agenda that we all supported. Chip Roy, he refused to object on January 6th.
That fucker. Dude, you know what would be so fucking funny? This is so stupid. It'll never happen, but I just think it's funny. If she switched parties, she's not gonna become a Democrat. But if she became an independent like Kristen Sinema, that would be so funny. A bunch of them would. Like they're like, I don't know what the fuck they'd call it, but like, I'm not even a Republican anymore. I don't even know what the fuck this thing is. I'm an independent. And they're gonna have to earn my fucking vote. And then go, hey, dum-dum, there are more Democrats elected than there are Republicans elected now. And who gives a shit that you're an independent? Because your vote doesn't matter in the percentages as far as party. She doesn't know this. That would be so good.
That's not what our base wanted. He also set out the vote for the January 6th committee. There's many more. Bob Good, $2 million from Kevin McCarthy to get elected. Lauren Boebert, under $2 million from Kevin McCarthy to get elected.
Oh, she's a cheaper date than I thought she was.
Many more people have taken Kevin McCarthy's money to get elected, and then there's a few of them that don't want to support him as speaker. So,
by the way, is that her way of telling us that she took his money? And that basically, if they leave the money on the dresser, you better be prepared.
Imagine that. This is not anything about the country. This is.
You're right. This has nothing to do with us. You fuckers are a mess. Yeah, the rest of us are fine. We're working on it. Life has its challenges. But you guys are a fucking mess. This is hilarious. Oh, God.
This is all about never Kevin. They just don't like Kevin McCarthy. And
yeah, I can't imagine why. He's so charismatic and smart, and he's able to bring people together. That's the thing about him.
You cannot be successful in anything if you aren't able to walk in a room, make what you want, and get a deal done, and then walk away with the W and get to work.
Make what you want, make a deal in the room, and walk away with the W. Hey, shithead! See, that's what they're doing. They're not taking the L. They're outnumbered. There's fucking 12 of them or whatever the fuck, or 6 that are hardcore. They're doing what you're saying. They're like, I'm not taking the L. Fuck you. Which, by the way, they celebrate the shit out of whenever Trump does it. But when these assholes hold out against Kevin McCarthy, they're traitors. I'm not even upset. This is fun.
Work and not worry about who you like and who you don't like.
Says the pipe bomber. Allegedly. Sorry. This is so good.
This is not about prom king. This is not about a pastor. This is about electing a person to sit in the speaker chair so that we can all get to work.
Yeah. The problem is you and that caucus and the rest of the Republicans all have a different idea of what the fuck work is, dummy. Oh, this is so good. My friend at the Freedom Caucus, Matt, Lord Boebert, and others, they don't know how to make the art of the deal. Oh, shit. I think I have this clip. I'm pretty sure I don't want to look at it right now. I do not have this. This is her on C-SPAN. So mad that I'm almost tempted to move to D.C. and sit outside of Congress with the camera. That's funny. Okay, here we go. Let's run this back. Ooh, all right, can we just enjoy for the moment just the furious, the anger, the perturbedness. Oh God. That's just nice. You know what I mean? I didn't expect 2023 to kind of like, give me a little tickle and a reach around this early. Look how mad they are. Oh God. They just took over. Look how mad they are. Oh God, it's so fun. All right, here we go. What you saying to C-SPAN?
We have been negotiating, talking, debating back and forth in our conference, trying to come to a really good rules package, and it's amazing. As a matter of fact, I'll quote Matt Gaetz. He said it's exquisite.
Yeah, but he was talking about a 16-year-old girl's prom dress and how much ecstasy he can get his hands on before spring break. I'm kidding, I think. Maybe. Hold on one second. I have to... there you go. Wait.
What?
Yeah, just saying.
That's what he said on our conference call on Sunday.
Uh-huh. Do you think he was winking? Maybe he had two fingers crossed behind his back.
But in that conference meeting there, we found out that there were several members, 3 in fact, that went in last night and were demanding positions for themselves.
Wow. Where the fuck did they think they are? Some GOP coke orgy with a sex guru from the gym?
Demanding gavel positions, demanding...
Oh my God, gavel position. They wanted to be the chairman of the committee, not just committee members. 3 of them. Gee, which 3?
Subcommittees, demanding for people to be taken off committees and people to be put on committees.
Well, yeah, because you'd have to take somebody off because the list had already been made and put them on. So, and by the way, was it you? Because they're mad at you?
3 Republicans out of our 222.
Mm-hmm. 222. I'm guessing there are 2 more with them that caused the problem. 2 people backing them.
I want you all to know I have not done that for myself. The only thing I have done is debate and request and argue among...
Oh, you just requested. I see. You didn't demand a seat on a committee. You just got one, fuckhead. That's exactly the issue. Boebert and Gates weren't getting one. You asked, and he gave you one, and you're voting for him. And they didn't get one. This is fucking great. Okay.
My peers for the right things, for the rules package, and...
Yeah, the right things. It's just I'm the right thing. They're the wrong thing.
And for our agenda for the American people. And that's the only thing I've done. I haven't asked for one thing for myself. And I'm the only...
Well, that's because everything she does is for the American people.
Republican that has 0 committees. So you would think I would be the one in there asking for something, but I haven't done that. But I find out that it's my...
Yeah, but I mean, we all know you don't want to actually have to do any work.
My Freedom Caucus colleagues and my supposed friends that went and did that, and they asked nothing for me.
Oh, God. After all this, like, I didn't ask for anything from myself, and they went and they asked for things for them, but they didn't ask for anything for me, and I don't want anything, but they didn't even ask, and,
Nothing. That's what I found out in there.
This is great.
Furious. Well, let me tell you something. While the conservatives that the base supports and believes in, let me remind everyone, they're not perfect either. Scott Perry, before his general election,
Okay, so this is the other angle of the thing we watched before.
refused to vote against the bill that was all about the gay marriage bill.
Right, yeah. So again, we already saw that. It's just fucking gibberish. Oh, it's so good. There's so much of this, and they're just chewing the shit out of each other. This is you.
I rise to cast my vote for the Honorable Jim Jordan.
Well, there isn't an honorable Jim Jordan. There's just the one you work with. So, they're just the asshole Jim Jordan, spelled GYM. These are the nominations. Jeffries got 12. McCarthy got 17. Biggs 2. Others present 0. Oh, let's see. No Democrats are going to vote present, by the way. They're all going to be there because they don't want to water down the vote. Oh, yeah, here's... This is, yeah, this was fascinating. Here's Matt Gaetz talking about how he wants the Republicans to do real shit when they have the gavel, not theater like Benghazi. Check this shit out.
But we were threatened by my committee chairman to be on the Armed Services Committee, Mr. Rogers, that if we did not vote for Mr. McCarthy, we would be removed from committees. Our position is that if Kevin McCarthy is the Speaker of the House and we don't have an ability to ensure that there is oomph behind the agenda and
Yes, it's the oomph caucus. What a dipshit.
energy behind our oversight that the committee assignments don't mean that much anyway. I'm not here to participate in some puppet show where
By the way, look at Lauren Boebert just kind of like, is it my turn?
we pass a bunch of messaging bills, send them to the Senate, watch them die, fail to use leverage, and don't hold the Biden administration accountable. I don't want to relive the Benghazi experience where it's just theater pretending to be oversight, right? We can do better
And she said, right. Like, there it is. They're the Republicans admitting that Benghazi was just theater.
than that, and that's
Posing as oversight.
our purpose today. But we were
Why is his nose red? I'm gonna guess that Trump has a calloused ass. That's my guess. This is so good. It's so good. It's just so yeah. There's nominate Trump. That came up. Oh god, it's so good. It's so fun. Here we go. This is the. Let's go to videos. I don't know if there will be any. Matt Gaetz vows to nominate Trump as House Speaker if Republicans win back the House. He did not, by the way. He did not do that. McCarthy. Lou. Who? Yeah. Now, obviously, Matt said, I don't care if you go to plurality. Yeah, that was funny. I don't care if we go to plurality. This is him talking about this. Matt Gaetz apparently said this. Hold on. This is good stuff. Like, Matt Gaetz, he's part of the Burn It All Down caucus. Oh, well, no, 1 second. I have to click on this.
For a long time. I've been leader for 4 years.
Well, leader, obviously, in quotes.
I came into this position and we had less than 200 members. We are now sitting in the majority.
Because of gerrymandering. And you almost didn't get it. And you're going to lose.
We put forth
It took you electing people like George Santos to put you over the
to the
top.
American public a commitment to America.
Yeah, it was hilarious. We all have it memorized.
There's times we're going to have to argue with our own members if they're looking at
Yes, now is one of those times.
for only positions
Also, tonight is one of those times. Also, tomorrow morning is one of those times. Also, tomorrow afternoon, also one of those
for
times.
themselves, not for the country. For the last 2 months, we worked together as a whole conference to develop rules that empower all members.
Yeah, all Republican members.
But we're not empowering certain members over others.
Yeah. You don't recognize that that's why this group of assholes got elected in the first place?
Last night I was presented the only way to have 218 votes if I provided certain members with certain positions, certain gavels, to take over the church committee, to have certain budgets. And they even came to the position where one, Matt Gaetz, said, I don't care if we go to plurality and we elect Hakeem Jeffries and it hurts the new frontline members not to get reelected.
I mean, Matt Gaetz said that out loud during the Republican caucus. Oh, God. This is, by the way, I would like to remind you that these assholes think they should be in charge of everything because they run things better than other people run things.
Well, that's not about America, and
I happen to think it is. I like Hakeem Jeffries. I think he's a pro.
always fight to put the American people first, not a
Well, certain ones.
few individuals that want something for themselves. So we may have a battle on the floor.
Oh yeah. Turns out that's exactly how it worked. And by the way, in that battle, you lost 3 times. But hey, look at it this way. You may have lost the battles, plural. No, that's it. I thought it was going to, but not. No, the war's done too. Yeah.
But the battle is for the conference and the country, and that's fine with me.
Well, you don't really have a choice, do you, stupid? So good. Yeah, by the way, this this clip, which somebody was putting in, like, remember when Kevin McCarthy lost his bid for Speaker in 2015 after admitting publicly sole purpose of the Benghazi Select Committee was to hurt Hillary Clinton's election chances? Matt Gaetz was specifically referencing the last time Kevin McCarthy lost. You see? Yeah, good stuff. This is funny. I want to hear, this is George Santos voting for Kevin McCarthy.
Santos.
If that is your real name.
McCarthy. Sarbanes.
Look at everybody booed. That's amazing. Oh, this is so good. Boebert reveals what happened in the early meeting with McCarthy. He says, okay, here we go. This is, I mean, basically, it's interesting that she and MTG are saying basically the same shit back and forth to each other.
Kevin McCarthy asked us, what committees do you want to be on? We want to be able to spread your influence and these conservative voices out over all committees. Which committees are you asking for? We presented that list, and then we were told that it was just a wish list, and this was for personal gain and not the country.
And you went, duh.
Well, in the absence of trust, personnel is vital. And so we have to be sure that we have strong conservative voices on these committees to make.
Right, that's why you were passed over, because you're not a strong conservative voice, you're a fucking lunatic.
Sure that we do have spending under.
Oh my God, please tell me if, all right, if there wasn't a legit chance for Hakeem Jeffries to become the speaker because the Democrats hold their 212, it would be fucking hilarious if one of the Democrats nominated, I mean, I guess they could vote whatever way they want, nominated George Santos, but voted for Hakeem Jeffries tomorrow at noon. Just to dick with them? Come on, please. You can do it. You can. He can't vote yet. He hasn't sworn in. That doesn't stop you. You can vote somebody new in. You don't have to be a member of Congress. That's why they can put Trump in. Oh, God. I mean, come on. That would be hilarious. Come on. Some Democrat. You can still vote for Hakeem Jeffries. But nominate George and call him George DeVolder. Because that's what's on his license.
Control when we get that authority back in September, since it was surrendered in the omnibus bill. But Kevin McCarthy is fully aware of what we are asking for. And
yeah, and he said no. Next.
This is something that needs to be addressed. We haven't heard anything from him from these last.
Yes, you have. You've heard no.
3 ballots that we have seen increased opposition against Kevin McCarthy on. So I think it's pretty simple. He could come to us at any time and say, let's work together to unify the.
Yeah, he did say that, and you told him to fuck off. You wanted to be the chairman of a committee, stupid.
Party and get our country back on track, just as each and every one of us campaigned on.
Uh-huh. Oh, God. This is so. It just gets better. Hold on. Listen, Kevin McCarthy is taking the path of Nancy Pelosi. He fucking wishes. He's taking the path of the Oregon Trail. You have died of dysentery. Shit.
So I've said from the beginning that my hard line was the motion to vacate. Single member motion to vacate. You cannot.
Okay, think about for a second how fucking insane that is. Are you totally stupid? One member of the House at any time can call for a motion to vacate the speakership and vote for a new speaker. All the Democrats have to do is wait until a bunch of your people don't show up for whatever fucking reason, pick a day when they're not present and outvote you. Are you that fucking stupid? Because all the Democrats are going to vote for Hakeem Jeffries. Like, that's locked. Are you every day, all day, like middle of a bill? Madam President, I vote motion to vacate. I request a roll call and then a person-to-person vote. But half the Republicans are out. They're at CPAC this weekend. Tough shit. The motion carries. Only one person needs to do this. Are you out of your fucking mind? What? Can you imagine the fucking chaos? I mean, it's bad enough they wanted 5. But the chaos, can you imagine if you had recall elections in any state for any position that one voter could stand up? Are you fucking bananas? Honest to God, why? Why would you even expect him to say yes?
Not demand more responsibility and less accountability.
That's too much accountability. You cannot be accountable one-to-one in a representative government. When you have almost 500 members, but one of them can go, fuck you, you're out. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Especially since you're just basically handing the reins to the other party all day, every day.
And Kevin McCarthy was taking the path of Nancy Pelosi and following her precedents with the motion to vacate. We were just told when we left this door.
By the way, for the record, these assholes have the 5 votes amongst themselves to motion to vacate Kevin McCarthy anytime they fucking want. They do not, however, have the brains not to do it when they don't have the votes to make a Republican the Speaker of the House.
We will give you single member motion to vacate.
I just, like, I don't even know who the fuck thinks that's a good idea. It's just absurd.
Just today, that was the starting point for negotiations.
Why? How would that be this? That's the fucking wish list crazy pants. That reminds me of like the Steve Martin thing about like, I always ask for, I want $1 million, a fully loaded airplane, and a pilot to take all the hostages out of here. And I want the letter, getaway car, and I want the letter M stricken from the English language. I always use one crazy one. In case I get arrested, I can plead insanity. Getaway car. It's one of my favorite jokes of it. Like, this is the I want the letter M stricken from the English language request. You don't think there's one fucking punk spoiler on the Democratic side that, Your Honor, I would like a roll call vote on in the middle of every Republican legislative vote? And if they don't get their ass down here, Hakeem Jeffries is going to be Speaker.
That was the starting point to everything that we are wanting.
Yes, the starting point is give me all your money or your life. That's the negotiation. I don't know why he didn't jump at it.
To transform the way Washington, D.C. operates.
Yes, into total fucking chaos. I guess that's the opposite of any kind of establishment. If you think the establishment of anything is bad, which is like something you can actually maintain and create, we're gonna 180 how things are run in Washington. You know, the modicum of like civility and function that the city has. We want fuck that.
If you go to the American people and ask them if Congress is doing a good job, if they like the way things are run in Washington, D.C.
Wait till they hear about the one person can trigger a roll call vote on the speakership anytime they want. How many Republicans do you think are for that?
You're probably going to get a big hell no. We want to change the way things are done here. We didn't offer up a personal wish list.
Yes, we want to vote by flinging poo like a bunch of gibbons. The ayes have it.
We were told to provide lists of what members Need to be seated.
Oh, wait. By the way, this is the part where she kind of steps into, I think, like she was going pretty good. She had her stupid talking point, but she was like, "We just want accountability for the American people." And then she lets the cat out of the bag about, we were told to give him our list.
Need to be seated on what committees? And we did exactly that. And then
And then we're told, you're a fucking lunatic. You know, let me take this. Hakeem Jeffries appears to get equally louder applause than Kevin McCarthy as he's nominated for Speaker. Of course he does. Because the entire Democratic caucus is all in on the dude. There's George Santos showing up at his office, not wearing his glasses. I guess it's a contacts day. And also saying, I think the only thing he said was that he's going to vote for Kevin McCarthy. This is at the beginning of the day.
Go right ahead.
Leader, are you going to stay in the race, Leader McCarthy? You're not
Yes,
dropping off.
I'm not going anywhere. Are you sick? No, I just went.
Can I trade places with you?
We did
By the way, are you sick because the guy's wearing a mask?
have an intense conference, and it's intense for a purpose.
Yeah. That purpose is not electing a speaker, but yeah, I mean, there's a purpose to it. I think it's a bunch of ego dick wagging is what I think the purpose was.
We have worked for a long time. I've been leader for 4 years.
Okay, and we saw the rest of this clip, but without this kind of weird douchebag "are you sick" part.